Hey Admirals fans, Jaymee here with Voice of the Admirals, Aaron Sims. The Admirals take on the Chicago Wolves for the second time this week, coming off a 3-2 overtime loss on Wednesday night. Aaron, can you take us through the game? It
was a pretty good hockey game, both teams. The Admirals played very well in the first and third periods. Second period, Chicago kind of took over, really hemmed the Admirals into their defensive zone for the first 10 minutes or so. The Admirals kind of exhausted themselves, just getting out of the zone. But other than that, a pretty good hockey game. Bobby Butler was magnificent in that contest. And then the line of Justin Kirkland, P.C. Labrie, and Cody Bass continues to be pretty solid. P.C. Labrie picked up a couple of goals last week, got into a couple of fights in Cleveland. He seems more engaged now for whatever reason. I think as the team goes, players go, and as the players go, the team goes, and it seems like a lot of guys who may be struggling to find their way, they're starting to all come together at the same time again. And consistency-wise, the Admirals are playing as good a hockey as they've played all season long. But that line of Labrie, Kirkland, and Bass has been magnificent. Kirkland's playing his best hockey of the year. Cody Bass had his first goal of the season. It was huge, obviously for not only himself but for the team. Pretty good hockey game. Pretty good hockey game. We look forward. Every game these teams have played, there's been the 3-0 shutout, and there was the 2-goal game that Chicago won back on December 17th, which ended with an empty net goal. So you kind of count that as a 1-goal game. Every game except the 3-0 game has been a 1-goal game between these teams, 2 of them in overtime. It's been a good series, as it always has been, and look for more of that tonight.
One change in the Admirals lineup tonight, Jonas Luutinen was sent down to the ECHL, so we'll be seeing Jack Doherty on the ice tonight.
Yeah, Jack Doherty will check in. Andrew O'Brien will come out of the lineup. Jonas Luutinen was sent out of the ECHL, so the Admirals down to 7 defensemen. The forwards will stay the same tonight against Chicago. Anders Lindbeck, of course, will be in goal once again for Milwaukee. I mean, the keys tonight for the Admirals are to avoid that second period, which we discussed. If they can avoid that, they'll feel like they're in pretty good shape. Admirals head coach Dean Evison is really trying to preach a 1 shift at a time mentality, and that falls into a 1 period at a time mentality. So they'll worry about the start. The Admirals have had good starts lately. That had been eluding them for quite some time. So good start. Go in, discuss something quickly about how they're going to approach the second period. Hopefully have a better second period than they did on Wednesday. Finish up strong like they did on the other night in the third period. Unfortunately, it ended up in an overtime loss, but the Admirals did get a point out of it. 5 points in their last out of a possible 6 over the last 3 games. So the Admirals feel like they're playing pretty well at the moment.
Puck drop tonight against the Wolves at 7 o'clock. Don't forget the first 4,000 fans to the doors will be getting an Admirals knit cap thanks to our friends at TSMGI. If you can't make it to the game, you can always tune in live to 105.7 FM Fan or watch on AHLlive.com. For more information about the Admirals, log on to MilwaukeeAdmirals.com.